All right, welcome back. So Tyson Fury's investigation moves one step further in that boxing scene is acknowledging that UCAD has contacted him regarding the statements made by Martin Carefoot, and we'll get into who Martin Carefoot is in the video, but as usual, the media is praying and strategizing to save Tyson Fury by saying that Tyson Fury might not even be able to do anything to Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury does not hold a British boxing license. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. So Tyson Fury could be in some very hot water, but then again, he might not be in very hot water. And it sounds like the authors at Boxing Scene don't really want him to be in hot water. But let's talk about it. Tyson Fury is the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. He recently beat Deontay Wilder by, I think that might have been a 7th round TKO. So he should be on top of the boxing world. Unfortunately, his reign to date has been mired in controversy and accusations. The accusations revolve around a certain floppy nature of his gloves and whether or not he was being a little underhanded and a lot dirty in his fight with Deontay Wilder. But we will just label those the accusations, okay? Some people say it's a knuckle, other people don't say it's a knuckle, but what is clear is that boxing is not going to do anything about that whatsoever. But at least people heard it, and we'll see in the next fight if his gloves are flopping all around. Now, not only does he have accusations, he actually has some real problems going on, and that is the other recanted testimony of a man named Martin Carefoot. Martin Carefoot is a farmer who had testified that he provided Team Fury with uncastrated wild boar meat. Why is that important? Because that is the justification that Tyson Fury had used for there being a performance-enhancing drug in his system. That performance-enhancing drug is called nandrolone. So, all in all, in summary, Tyson Fury tested positive for nandrolone. He said, look, the reason it's in my system is that I ate wild boar meat, and I bought that wild boar meat from Martin Carefoot. So Martin Carefoot testified, yes, I did sell wild boar meat to Tyson Fury. Now, the problem came in that after Tyson Fury won the championship against Deontay Wilder, Martin Carefoot said, hey, I have something to say, and that is that I never sold any wild boar meat to Tyson Fury. I was just trying to help the guy out because he's from the same area as me. He was under some hot water with the authorities. And as things picked up and started heating up and it became a bigger and bigger deal, they offered me money. Tyson Fury's team offered me money to keep my story the same way and not come out, right? So I didn't come out under the promise that they were going to pay me money for not telling people. They never paid me my money, so now I'm telling people. So UCAD now, according to Boxing Scene, has contacted Tyson Fury regarding Martin Carefoot's statement. That, my friends, who claimed that no investigation was going to take place and all of that nonsense, that, my friends, is an investigation. They contacted Tyson Fury to ask Tyson Fury questions about Martin Carefoot's testimony. Now, you would think that in the world we live in, that people would be happy. They would say, that is a wonderful thing. Tyson Fury, if Tyson Fury didn't do it, then UCAD can look into it. They can dismiss what Martin Carefoot is saying. And, hey, Martin Carefoot doesn't have any proof. We move it on. And now at least everybody knows that Martin Carefoot's a liar. Or they look into it and they say, there really isn't anything to support Tyson Fury having boar meat, having eaten wild boar meat, other than the testimony of Martin Carefoot, right? There's no receipts, right? There's no receipts for payments between Tyson Fury and those guys. Only thing we have is the word, and we believe Martin Carefoot. So consequently, let's take due action. You would think people would be happy with that, but of course they're not. There are a lot of people out there believe that the world is out to get Tyson Fury. So the tone of this article was that, now that's what I believe was the tone of the article, because they say, hey, it might not even matter anyway. Well, why wouldn't it matter? Well, it wouldn't matter because Tyson Fury is not licensed by the British Boxing Board of Control. Before the Deontay Wilder fight, he relinquished his British boxing license. Relinquished it. It didn't expire, right? Where it's just, okay, after a fight, you get in a fight, somebody gets bruised, hurt, you get a suspension, they just suspend it, or expired, and that he just didn't renew it. No, Tyson Fury told them, I don't want your license anymore. So he is supposed to be fighting in the United States full time. So the question is, if UKAD suspends Tyson Fury, what type of impact would that have on Tyson Fury in the United States? Because Tyson Fury would be licensed by the state of Nevada or the state of New York, or, if for some reason he was able to fight in Texas. But more than likely, only places Tyson Fury is going to be able to fight really is New York and Las Vegas. So I think those are the main ones. So the question then is, would Nevada recognize a suspension from UKAD, right? Or if UKAD wrote them a note and said, hey, we believe that he went over to your jurisdiction to avoid punishment in our jurisdiction, and that's why he didn't give up our license. Look, we don't want him to be able to jump out of this without, he shouldn't be able to perjure himself for us, but yet you still respect his license. So that, my friends, is an answer. The questions that I answer, the answer to that question, I could not tell you. I have no clue other than this. If the UKAD decided to suspend him for 8 years from the UK and Tyson Fury was still allowed to fight in the United States, all that would mean is that Tyson Fury and Top Rank are a bunch of scumbags, and that the Nevada State Athletic Commission is some scumbags too. Because in the spirit of the same thing, like, look at the Muhammad Ali Act, right? Part of the Muhammad Ali Act, which is supposed to support the safety of boxers, is that they wanted to discourage forum shopping. They wanted to discourage foreign shopping within the United States, which means if the state of Nevada punishes you for something that they think is wrong, then you shouldn't be able to go to Texas, because Texas has more lax regulations, and be able to have that fight over there in Texas. That the state of Texas should honor the state of Nevada. But what happened just recently, though, with that was that when Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was fighting Daniel Jacobs, and he refused to be tested by the state of Nevada. And he tested positive. Well, he didn't test positive. He just refused to be tested. And then Nevada suspended him. Arizona allowed him to fight because a judge said, hey, Nevada, you weren't, he wasn't actually licensed. He had not applied for his license yet. Since he didn't apply for his license, that being Jose Luis, I'm going to say every Mexican name other than Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. That Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., because the fight had not been made, then they didn't have the right to test him before the fight was already arranged. So there was a way that Eddie Hearn kind of wiggled, out of that. I wouldn't have any doubt whether Tyson Fury and Top Rank's lawyer couldn't find a way to weasel out of a suspension by UKAD over here in the United States. I don't have any doubt that they'd be able to find something like that. But what does that say? But if you're doing that, what does that say? What are the optics, the new political phrase, what are the optics on that? So you got a guy that is tested positive for performance enhancing drugs again before. He offered false testimony perjured testimony, right, and bribe and conduct and bribe the guy to give the perjured testimony, why would you allow him to fight in Nevada? It would just be so over the top that money is what's most important. And I mean, it makes the WBC look bad, because the WBC is going to say, yeah, that's our champion. We know that he was suspended in Great Britain and he can't fight in Great Britain, but hey, who cares? That's our guy. It just goes to the last video I made about the WBC and their treatment of other situations that involve performance enhancing drugs. It just does, quite honestly, it just doesn't seem like they don't care about it. But anyway, we'll see. I don't, again, think anything is going to come out of this. Tyson Fury more than likely is not going to get, even if he stayed in Great Britain and he wanted to fight in Great Britain, I still don't have any faith in UK doing anything about it, much less now that he seems determined not to fight in the UK again. I will say this though, Tyson Fury is one and done with Deontay Wilder if he can't fight in the UK, because Tyson Fury ain't selling nothing else. Tyson Fury ain't selling big with nobody else in the United States other than Deontay Wilder, because there's just no interest in the guy. But we'll see. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.